So when you're doing a deposit slip, you want to make sure you understand what each of the pieces are for. Deposit slips will often have a front and back. That's just in case you need more checks. I did not write it off front and back. I did it to where y'all only will be able to use one side. But deposit slips from the bank are going to have a front and a back. The back is in case you have more deposits than just what's in the front will cover. And so we are going to do this first one. We have $30 in cash. We are going to deposit our paycheck. And we got paid $432.15. We also mowed the Smith's yard. And because they have 2 acres, they gave us $50.
Do we write this?
Yes.
Where?
On the side. And so we need to fill out a deposit slip to put this money into our bank account. That's the purpose of a deposit slip, is to transfer the money to your bank.
What's the paycheck for?
The paycheck is $432.15. And so when we're doing our deposit slip, the periods represent the decimal points between the dollars and the cents. The last 2 columns, whether there's a period there or not, are always going to represent your cents. Some of them will not put that, they'll put a line instead of the decimal. So just know the last 2 columns are always your cents. Different deposit slips will have different things that separate between your thousands. You know how you normally put a comma? Some will actually put a comma, some will put a space, some will put like an arrow. There's usually something non-line that separates the columns on those. Just to help you keep track of what you're writing so you don't actually write the wrong number. Just like when you're filling out a STAR test, you center around that decimal point. The same thing here. So let's go ahead, and what is the first thing you want to fill out in your deposit slip? The date. So today is the 29th. And if you'd like to write out your date where it's fully written out or with the numeric abbreviations or whatever it may be, that's all okay. Deposit slips are done in pen, just like checks are.
So do we have to do them in pen?
Right now in your notes, I don't care, but on the assignment, yes. So let's go ahead, and where do you think cash is going to go?
There's a cash spot.
Where it says cash. I say that, but the first year I did this, I had people that didn't know where to put the cash. So I'll start us with a simple, just to make sure. What I've highlighted in yellow, those little blanks, what you put there is a personal preference. The only time it really matters what you put there is if you are running a business. And on the business end, there are sometimes certain formats that your accountant or someone else might want you to put there. Sometimes they want the check number. Sometimes they want part of the account number of the check, something that identifies it to that check. Because you may in one day have 3 Jane Does walk in your business and do a check. And so they want it to be able to tie it back to who it is.
Will we have to do that in our work?
On your own bank, you can do whatever you want to write. And so I will let it be up to you whether you want to write the check number or if you want to write the description of who it is from. I do it by description. And so I worked at Chick-fil-A. So that's where my paycheck came from. And I put my $432.15. Then I'm going to write the Smiths. And I'm going to put there $50. What do I do next? Total it up. Where do you put that total?
At the very bottom.
At the subtotal. Mm-hmm. It will go at the very bottom on this one as well, but you started off with the subtotal. And so in the subtotal spot, you put the total of what this page is. And in this case, because we're not receiving any cash out, the very bottom is going to match. And so that's a deposit slip if you've never done one before. Let's do one more.
Do we have to do this line?
Read what it says.
I can't see.
Okay, it's too small. Okay, sign here for cash received if required. So are we receiving cash? So let's practice what happens if you want to receive cash out. And so this time, instead of depositing cash, we're going to receive some money out of the bank. We need $40. We're going to deposit our paycheck.
Do we do it on the second one?
Yes, this is the second one. And this is $300. We got $321.52 for this paycheck. And then we again worked for the Smiths and mowed their lawn. They gave us $50. So, what do we want to do first?
Date.
The date. So fill in the date. The date. And so for our paycheck, we are working at Walmart. If you want to keep it at Chick-fil-A, go ahead and keep it at Chick-fil-A. And we're going to deposit $321.52. Then for the Smiths, $50 even. Now I'm going to subtotal it. And then I received cash out. And so the next line, less cash received, I put the $40. And then at the bottom, I total it out again. And I would put this number as a deposit on my check register. I would not put all the ones I listed. I would just put that one number. Whatever number is at the bottom of your deposit slip.
So does that also go by the first one?
Same thing on the first one. So that bottom number. Now, am I done with my deposit slip?
Now you gotta sign it.
We got to sign it because they will not let money leave your account without some type of identification that it is definitely you, whether it's a PIN or a signature or something that can note that you are the one withdrawing it.
So we write the total under the deposit for each deposit slip.
So you'll just, if I do a deposit, I'll say deposit, and when I highlight it in yellow.
But we don't do that to this right now because this.
No, this is just a play. Okay, so